What's up, YouTube? So, just tooling around the garage, and felt like today would have been a really good day to, address the newer riders that watch my videos. But the days are a little longer, and people want to be out riding their bikes. So, I wanted to give an unbiased opinion on some bikes that I think might have been a little overlooked because of the 2024, 25, 26, 27s. Again. These are things that you should maybe take a look at, and they are definitely underrated. All right, stay tuned. All right, so first bike that I wanted to talk about today was the 2018 Honda Rebel 500. So this is a parallel twin, 471cc. It's like a cruiser. Seat's a little uncomfortable, but there is a ton of aftermarket. When I say a ton, like there's catalogs of aftermarket upgrades, there's forks, there's handlebars, there's actually even some plastic things that you could change around to update it and make it look a little more sporty or Mad Max-ish, if you understood what I'm saying. It's a very low seat height. I think it's like 27 inches. If you're 5'6" and above, this will be very comfortable for you. It is a cruiser style, but not quite. So it's in between like a standard and a cruiser. It is fast for what it is, you know what I mean? 471 cc's, you're still, 110, 115 miles per hour. It'll do highway all day. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it gets somewhere around like 55 miles per gallon. Don't quote me on that. You could probably get them for around like $3,000 on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, even some dealerships that are trying to get rid of them at this point. Very good bike, very reliable. That's the Honda reliability. And the maintenance schedule is very far apart. So oil changes, filters, all of that stuff is very good for the new rider. All right, next on my list is the 2012 Honda CBR 600RR. Now I know when you hear the RR, you're automatically going, oh my god, that's a race bike, it's super crazy, but it's not. So this is the inline 4 that's been refined many years. It started in I think 1998 with that four banger. But it's light, it's very approachable. The seat height is I think somewhere around 26 inches, 27 inches, don't get me wrong. But again, it's a Honda engine. It doesn't require super long or super short maintenance intervals. So changing the oil, changing all the internal stuff. You could usually pick these things up for around $4,000. If they're a little beat, you do have to, do your homework and look at what you're buying. But if you get one with lower mileage, you're going to be somewhere around the $4,000, $4,500 mark. But you're getting that Honda reliability. And again, there are so many aftermarket parts. The community is expansive, and no matter where you are in the world, you can find parts or can get them within a day or two. It produces just over 119 or just under 119 horsepower, and the torque, they're all over the place. I've seen 75, I've seen 88, I've seen 90. If it's a stock, I think you're somewhere in between that 90 horsepower range. But it has awesome styling. It's very comfortable. You are in the more aggressive position, riding triangle. But again, if you're taking trips, you're not really looking at that type of bike, but it will do it. And it will happily cruise, 70, 75, 85, 95. Shit, it'll do 150 miles per hour if you want to push it that far. But again, I do believe that is a really good learning bike. Okay, next on my list, it's kind of controversial, but I'm gonna throw it in there anyway. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900. They made this bike for many years, basically unchanged. Couple of different paint options and tires, and I think that's really about it. It's a very approachable bike. I think it's 24-inch seat height. You're 903 cc. You're pushing out about 70 horsepower. Lots and lots and lots of aftermarket products for it. You can get seats, windshields, stereos. I've owned 3 in my lifetime. The last one, Gloria, that I just made a couple years back. Did a complete remodel on it, all black paint, some chrome delete. I added some chrome in some other places. We did a big board kit. We did exhaust, everything you possibly, every nut and bolt on that bike was changed. But to stay on subject, I think it is a perfect bike to learn on. It's not super fast where it'll blow your arms off, but I think it's fast enough so that you won't get yourself in trouble while you're on the highway, or carving corners and canyons and all of that stuff. If you scrape peg, it's very forgiving. It is fuel injected, so you don't have to mess with carburetors or anything like that, and they are super long intervals in between your maintenance schedules. Believe it or not, I've owned mine. My first one I've owned for about 7 years, and I don't think it has ever seen a shop, if that makes any difference at all. Everything is easy to work on. You can pull the engine out in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, if you're somewhat inclined. But again, if you buy an older one, say 2008, 9, 10, 11, and the motor's a little rinkety, you can go online and literally buy a new engine for about $400. Brand new, no miles, and you'll have yourself an awesome bike that'll probably outlive you. Again, like I say, it's controversial because people say it's better to learn on the Vulcan 650, which is also a really good bike, but it's a little more dangerous because the throttle is a lot snatchier on the 650. If you're looking to pick one of these up, I've seen them as low as $1,500 on Marketplace and Craigslist, Let Go, Trader, some Auto Trader or something like that. They're all over the place, and people just trying to get rid of them at this point. But definitely worth the look into. Okay, so next up is the 2016 Husqvarna Spark Villain 401. This is an awesome little bike. I actually had a chance to ride it down south, both on-road and off-road. Yes, it goes off-road. It's not a true dual sport, but it is amazing on fire roads, easy single track, double track, gravel. It's very confident, or let me see the right word. It's capable of doing some things off-road. The one I had one I rode was equipped with a aftermarket skid plate, some bigger wheels, and some fatty bars. It was set up to do both. But you're looking at around 58 horsepower or 54 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken. About 50 foot-pounds of torque. Again, it's very approachable. The seat height is right around 30 inches. It's light, it's nimble. If you're looking to do highway or commuting to work or school, it will do that no problem. If you're looking to do like maybe a 4-hour ride, I think it'll be more than adequate. There is aftermarket parts. If you're looking to travel, they're definitely good. They're definitely strong bikes. They're very peppy. You can get yourself into some trouble. They are like a hooligan machine. They do wheelie very easy. But they're not expensive. I mean, I've seen these things for $3,200 consistently. The last 3 or 4 years, people are just giving them away. The styling is just so futuristic. Again, I'm gonna use that Mad Max analogy, but they are very, very cool looking. Just gorgeous, if you ask me. They do make a bigger one. It's not the Spark Villain. It's the other one, Bit Pillin, but that's more of like the racy style or street bike. The Spark Villain or Spark Pillin is more of like a scrambler style. Good on gas. I think you can get about 60 miles to the gallon. Small gas tank, but if you're just commuting, that'll be fine for anything, under 150 miles. Okay, so last on the list is 2018 Ducati Scrambler. These bikes are amazing. For a new rider, it's going to have the most power out of all of the ones that I've mentioned today. But again, the delivery on the power is it's very friendly. It's not rip your arms off fast, but it's fast enough to, you know, get yourself some tickets. It will do about 130 miles per hour full blast. But the seat height is very low. Again, we're in that 30 to 32 inch seat height. It is 800 cc, so I think the horsepower is right around 80 horsepower with about 79 foot-pounds of torque. It's also, again, a scrambler, so you can do some off-road. I've had one myself that I, again, every nut and bolt, turned it from the Urban Explorer or the Urban Edition to a rugged off-road. It's not quite the big one, but I made it, you know, I made it pretty good. I changed the forks, changed the suspension all around, to be honest. I made it about 2 inches taller, got a decent skid plate, and again, the bikes are amazing. The styling is retro but modern, has that fatty wheel in the back that you can change. I kept it as it was. I put some fatty knobby tires on it, you know, 50/50s or more 80/20s, 80 off-road. I wasn't really into racing or going super fast. I did like the fact that I can ride it to a trailhead and then rip for a little while and then ride it home. Not a dual sport, but definitely in the Scrambler family. It is an amazing looking bike. People always ask, what kind of bike is that? Well, you know, depending on what you do with it. If you ride it stock, they're going to know what it is. But again, they are just amazing bikes. They are very forgiving, both on the throttle, on suspension, as you're carving corners. Even with stock components, stock tires, you can still lean it over really, really far and have a blast. I mean, a blast. The sound is amazing. That L twin motor doesn't quite sound like a Harley. Absolutely does not sound like a street bike, but or a race bike. It is definitely unique and something to give serious concern or serious thought. One of the best bikes on my list, and by far one of the most unique. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me today. Hope you learned something, and, you know, open your eyes to some other bikes that are on the market. Not really going to cost. Oh, so the price for a Ducati Scrambler, like I said, I've seen them for $3,800. I've seen $2,200. I've seen $6,000. Depending on your area, those numbers might change, but from my standpoint, I've seen them very, very cheap. All of them. I will do an off-road version of this somewhere in the future, but I think these are the best 5 bikes that you can get for your money in 2026. All right, guys, like and subscribe.